Well, the Samoans certainly looking better in this particular quarter than they did in the first half. This is the fourth shot from about 50 they've had this quarter. Only been able to capitalise once. Let's see Mahalona can do on this occasion. That's one rep. Umpire looks back over his head. That's his second goal for the quarter. And that now takes Samoa to 2 goals, 1-13. Still trailing Canada 5-4-34.
Well, why wouldn't you get it into that man's hands? Because he's a lovely set shot kick at goal.
Made good position there a couple of times too, Steve, didn't he?
A couple of these Samoan players running around for the Noble Park Bulls of the Eastern Football League.
Yes.
Quite a few from the junior clubs in the Moorabbin area too, I notice. But they're not without a show here, Samoa. They've kicked the last 2 and they needed to. They trail now by 21 points.
Ball out of the centre there, McElwain got it forward for Canada. One of their rare forays forward in this particular quarter. Samoa coming out with it once again, comes over here to the wing. Right on, they come on the side of the ground. Good effort there by Ta'agai to fist the ball forward. Or player losing his footing there, but still got his fist away was Te Izeli. Forward now for Samoa. Boy, went Tug.
Oh, if you don't mind.
And that was a great kick, Steve. I didn't actually see who kicked that.
Well, that was Mahaloni's kick 3 now.
Well, that's his third for the quarter. Gee, and the Samoan boys happy. That takes them on to 3-1-19. Still trailing Canada 5-4-34. But, gee, Canada really haven't got it themselves active this quarter at all. It's been all Samoa, and these guys are absolutely powering. Unfortunately, we were about to enter the 10-minute mark, so time is not on the Canadian side, but it's certainly been Samoa for the quarter.
Well, I'm not sure what the coach said to them at half-time, but it's done wonders. They've come out all guns blazing, big cutting with the fist in the middle. This is Tenesele. He's been best on ground for mine, couldn't get the kick away. Little soccer off the ground. Now it's Canada, kick into half forward. No mark taken. It's all Samoa here at ground level. Good pick up there by Eturele, but his kick's a poor one. In fact, no mark taken. Gee, they're under pressure now, Canada. This is Tenesele again, been in absolutely everything. Goes into centre half forward. This is Canada. No mark taken. Some jumper holding there, but the umpire said play on. Soccer off the ground there by Fatuele. Leon went with the soccer. In fact, the umpire's seen some holding. And it's a free kick to Canada. And this is Duffy.
Duffy now for Canada. Goes wide to the outside here at Optus Oval. Oh, gee, off hands on that occasion was fairly costly for the Canadian side. Back there is C4. And no, not C4 to get the kick. I think it may well be Brown. So Toa comes forward there for the Samoan side. Gee, off hands. Here's Toa, the other one. Bang, has a well shot. It's wide. And that will be just the one behind. So Samoa pounding the goals here in this quarter.
What do you think they should do here, the Canadians, Bob? Just stabilise, put a man behind the ball?
Well, they were very strong across that half forward line in the first quarter, but that half forward line really hasn't functioned since. So it's been all Samoa in this particular quarter. So yes, the Canadians see they've got to do something down back. They're being beaten to the ball. That was about the 5th time I think the Samoans have been within 50 on this particular quarter. Gee, coming out with it there is David. Swings around on the right foot, gets it into 50 again for the Samoans. Off hands on that occasion. Player swings around, does get himself right to the top of the goal square now. Ball bounces, it's 2 Canadians onto 1 Samoan, and off hands, or off the foot then, and over the boundary line for another throw in. 5-4-34 Canada, 3-7-20 Samoa. There's only 14 points of difference, and we're at the 12-minute mark of the third quarter.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes left in this crucial quarter. It's been all Samoa. Soccer off the ground. It's a poor clearing kick though. Picked up there by Samoa, and they've kicked another goal. That was Kurasome. In fact, he's only kicked one behind. I went with the crowd there, Bob. Always a big commentator's mistake.
Well, and a good crowd in too, Steve. To watch this international series of matches.
So, kick-in has found... They're looking for Butcher. Picked up there by Brown. Now he straightens. High up and under kick. Big pack underneath this ball. Good mark, almost taken there. Gee, a big tackle late on there by Wright. Players over the ball, and the umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a bounce down on attacking 50. It's Canada 5-4-34, leading by 13 points over Samoa, who've kicked the last three, 3-3-21.
Okay, 13 minutes into the quarter, and gee, some of these Canadians will sleep well tonight. It's being thrown around by the Samoans by. Gee, the ball finds the boundary line over there on the 50-metre arc. The outer side of the ground here at Optus Oval. That score once again, Canada 5-4-34, Samoa 3-3-21, and it's certainly been Samoa's quarter as the ball comes in. Maru
play well.
Certainly has. Well, ball comes to the back of the pack, and I think it's Lahane got it on this occasion, but he's all wrapped up.
Oh, holding.
Yeah, it was off the ground too. Oh, boy, oh, boy, she's tough in there. Look at this. Oh, pot shot round the corner by Wright. What can he do with it? Nothing is the answer, as the ball has gone over the boundary line and out of bounds just around from the behind post here at the eastern end of Optus Oval.
There's about a minute remaining. This entire quarter has been played in the Samoan attacking 50.
Good to see that someone tried to get the ball out of the back. Of course,
right,
you can
got
do
a
that
high
when you're
one.
attacking. And a bit of a high one there, and it's a Samoan free kick again. Could this be another goal? Don't congratulate yourselves before you kick it, boys.
This is Paul Wright.
To be done.
Yeah, gee, they've just lifted all over the park, haven't they, Bob?
Paul Wright coming from the Eastern Football League side, Noble Park as well. So our camera right behind him. He's about no more than 30 metres out, 45-degree angle.
I'll back him to kick this.
Paul
It's a
Wright.
lovely kick.
Paul Wright lets one rep. There is no discussion. That is a goal. So Paul Wright kicks his first, and that takes Samoa on now to 4 goals, 3 as the siren sounds. So at three-quarter time, Canada lead 5-4-34 to Samoa 4-3-27. Goal kickers in the game to date for the Canadian side. Robinson has one, Longman has one, Dimakakos one, Van Gelder one, and Lagan one, all single goal kickers. And for the Samoan side, gee, Ma'alona has got 3 goals. What a quarter he had. Paul Wright has one, which is a total of 4. Three-quarter time here at Optus. We'll be back for the exciting last quarter in just a moment.
Last quarter here, Optus Oval, day 3, the International Cup, and it's Canada leading Samoa by 7 points. This game has radically changed in complexion, and it's Samoa out of the middle. But what happened in that third quarter?
Well, Samoa came from the clouds and kicked 4 goals 2 to take them on to 4 goals 3 at three-quarter time. It was all Samoa in that third quarter, and gee, they're into attack once again to the Robert Heatley stand end here at Optus Oval. They are on fire, Samoa, and by gee, they're going to take some beating. Canada are absolutely
Oh, gee, that was a bit of a cheap shot there from Kevin McLean. We had a very good view of that.
Umpire, as you can see, called for a ball up. Ball deep in the Samoan forward line. Little fella had a shot there, couldn't quite do it, but that's off the ground by Lagan. And he kicked it about 30 rows back, straight over the boundary line, and that will result in an obvious 3 for Toa from Samoa.
I think maybe Greg Everett's implored his boys to match the physicality of Samoa, and that's what they're trying to do, but...
Well, a correction on the kicker there. It's going to be Targai. There he goes. Bit of an up and under kick. Puts it right to the top of the goal square. Couldn't actually find... Well, yes, there is a kick at the ground. That's a fantastic kick. That is another goal to the Samoan side. When this boy turns around, I'll tell you who he was.
It's Ma'alona.
Ma'alona again. That's his 4th. Gee, there we go. That takes Samoa on now to 5-3-33. They're only a point behind the Canadians, 5-4-34. As I mentioned, Steve, Samoa are full of running.
Yeah, he's turned this game on its head. Ma'alona's kicked 4, all in the second half. And they've taken control of this centre square, the Samoans. Cunning winning most of the taps, but they're clearing it well, the Samoans. Tenesele, close to best on ground for mine. Squares the ball looking for Wright, but a good mark taken for Canada by Dimakakos. And he's got a man free on the wing. And a good kick too, because it's found Butcher.
So Butcher now right down here on the wing in front of our commentary position. He's looking to go into 50. Butcher now half pulls the kick. Won't find a teammate. As you can see over the top there was Dimmer Kakos, and he has given away the free kick.
Well, that should be 25 too.
And it will be. Good call. Yes, silly free kick there.
Lost the composure here a bit, Canada.
Caught behind and pay the penalty. Now this looks like it's Ituale to take the kick for Samoa. Tries to run around an opponent. Gee, get your kick, lad. Now he does. Gets it right down into 50. Big ball. I was going to say a big mark over the back of the pack. Didn't quite work. Gee, some heavy work there from say 4.
This game's gone up a notch.
It certainly has. Samoa, well, they are rampaging towards the goals. Here we go through Targa. Oi! He's kicked another goal for the first time in the game. Samoa have hit the front. They go now on to 6-3-39. They're leading Canada 5-4-34. And gee, Canada haven't scored since the end of the second quarter, Steve.
Tagai has got his first, and they've got all the momentum here, Samoa. As I said, what can Canada do here, Bob? They're in all sorts.
Well, the way they started off, we thought it was going to be a cakewalk for the Canadians. The Samoans are right out of it. They turned it around. It's the Samoa that is in the third quarter. And bang, they're at it again.
Yeah, they've kicked 6 in a row, and this is coming off the back of the square. And a free kick here to Canada. This is Robinson, looks to move it quickly. Look at the big Van Gelding, and he's almost got the kick, but it's all Samoa here at the back. They'll clear again out to the wing. Good kick too, he's found right. Big Van Gelder should have held that, Bob. That was a plum pud.
It certainly was. And the crowd right behind the Samoans, Steve.
Cunning was interfered with. Umpire waves play on. McElwain goes into half forward. Good play there by Samoa. Ryder's in there. And so is Masuji. Getting the ball out is Tamate. Plenty of Canadians out here. This is little Robinson. Clever little tap to himself. Now he goes again. Slides in on hands and knees, and he's got tight. Well done, Robinson. Tackled without it. Should be downfield, and it is. And it'll go to Falcione.
There's the umpire off the play that gave that free kick, and is certainly talking to Key.
He was tackled after he delivered it. Wasn't too malicious, but this is Falcione. Needs to move it quickly, but they're double teaming the big fella now. Working for front position there was Longan. Ball squirts out to Butcher, cuts back inside. Now he straightens Butcher, goes for goal, and misses to the far side. One behind to Canada. 5-5-35 Canada, trailing Samoa 6-9-39. And this game's up for grabs.
Coming up to the 6-minute mark of the quarter. It certainly is 4 points of difference. Samoa bring the ball back into attack once again, and Toa has found it there at the centre half-back position, or just slightly wide of that position. Samoa now coming across here to the commentary side of the ground.
Dangerous.
Looking there for Kiri Sormay, but couldn't find him. Ball squirts off the front of the pack. Up now to the centre wing position once again. Patterson for Canada. Gets a long bomb down into 50. Gee, looks about 4 Samoans on 1 Canadian there. And Paul Van Gelder had no hope in the world on that occasion. Samoa now, kick off the ground there was by Targai. Samoa going wide to the outer side. That's in the back. Umpire, no. Umpire call by on. Samoa still going wide out there. Gee.
Free kick to Robinson.
Free kick to Robinson, the vice captain for the Canadian side. There he goes, bombs it down into 50. Good long penetrating kick, but that is right that has stepped in.
Anthony Toa.
Toa. Got it. Samoa working the ball. They're switching play well, the Samoans now. Certainly keeping the Canadians guessing. That's over everybody's head. It's vacant territory out there, half forward line. The race is on. Who's going to get there first? The Samoan player will.
3-on-2.
In underneath. Boy, didn't he ever. That was key. Certainly got the ball forward. It's in the 50 now, and I think it's Marlona again. And the boy that plays with Noble Park. Marlon, Paul.
Oh, hang on.
No,
Out comes the card.
Another report. Looks like it's McElwain. He's been shown the yellow. That's the end of his game.
Well, does he look like a rugged customer, McElwain? But you can't help your side if you're not on the paddock, Bob.
That's exactly, Pete.
And he's given away 25 to boot.
And Marlon now, he'll line up for goal number 5, and he has turned this game on its ear. And no doubt his experience with the Naval Park Football Club in the Eastern Football League here in Melbourne has certainly helped his skills along.
He's absolute certainty to kick this, Bob. Put down your glasses.
Absolutely. Marlon, in he comes. Let's one rip. Gee, it's a good-looking kick. That is another goal. That's his 5th. And gee, Samoa are going to take some beating from here, Steve. We're nearly 9.5 minutes into the last quarter. Samoa 7-3-45, now leading Canada by 10 points. They're 5-5-35.
Yeah, they're full of running, Samoa, and the Canadians have stopped to a crawl as a trainer goes down. Well, this game has had it all. It's been physical. And, well, I venture to say the ice packs will be handed out fairly frequently after this game, Bob.
No doubt about that, Steve. Samoa into attack once again from that centre bounce as a Canadian player down. Gee, he's not moving well at all. Canada ever go into attack. Boy, oh boy, and Demakaikos met one.
Oh, he's been hit again.
Yeah, gee. Canadian player just wobbling on his feet there around the centre circle. Not looking too well at all.
Well, there's nothing like copping a wet Sharon in the face, is there, Bob?
No, and it was Lagan, the Canadian player I was referring to. He does not look a well man. Samoa now to go forward from just adjacent to the centre circle. It's down at a 50 for Samoa. They are on fire here. And it's Tawatawa again. He'll kick from just on the 50. Robert Heatley stand end here at Optus Oval. Coming up to the 10-minute mark of the last quarter. Tawatawa, there he goes. It's a high one. Gee, will it make the distance? Drifting off to the right-hand side. Doesn't make the distance or the accuracy. And punched through by the Canadian boys for just the one behind.
Have not kicked a goal since half-time, the Canadians. Been a great effort from Samoa. They look shot. I'd love to have heard the half-time address because whatever was said, it's worked. At the back, so Samoa. This is Safoa. His kick is off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the full. Free kick to be taken on defensive 50 for Canada. With some of the Samoan supporters here. And there's a smile from ear to ear now, Bob, whereas there was a big frown at half-time.
There wasn't too many smiles at half-time.
Big Cunning couldn't mark. This is Toa. Did well. Tackle without it. Umpire said play on. Trying to crash his way through there was a Canadian player. This is Safoa. Gee, the players are getting tired now. Here's a little snap around the corner. Cunning couldn't mark. Sliding in there was Kirasome. Now it'll be Canada. They get a clear kick out to the wing. Butcher at the back. In fact, the umpire's seen a free kick.
Tomate into the back.
It'll go to Falcione. To get it back and move it quickly, the Canadians. Only about 4 minutes left in this game. Kick inside 50. At the back for Canada is Longan. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Good desperation there by Anthony Toa. They've got numbers around this contest, the Samoans. They should bring it away. This is Anthony Toa. Goes for a run. Goes across the ground. It's all Samoa here. Good mark taken by Safoa. In fact, he didn't take the mark. Good tackle there put on by Butcher. Now he wheels around onto that right foot, centres the ball. They need a mark. Looking for Big Van Gelder. Can he mark? Front and square. He's got plenty of teammates in support. This is Falcione. Good little tap off the ground there by Toa. Picked up there for Canada by Longan. Handball out wide, and they need this, and they've got it.
They have. I didn't see who actually kicked it, Steve.
That is a much-needed Canadian goal.
It was
Tumac.
Temak, he kicked it. Gee, that makes it interesting now. Canada go on to 6-5-41. They're still trailing Samoa 7-4-46. 5 points the difference. And we are at the 13.5-minute mark of the quarter. Ball back in the centre. It's really on now.
Wrapped up like a mummy.
It certainly is. The pressure is right on everyone in there. Atua go in hard for the Samoan side. Out it comes again. Samoa into attack once more, but the Canadians will chop them off with the pass. That was Masuji got a short kick through there. Now Canada going wide. Tumac. There he goes. Forces the ball forward.
By sent a free kick.
There is
holding to Canada.
May have been held. I think it was Tumac because he was held when he got rid of it.
Just crossed 13 minutes.
13 minutes and 15 seconds. Canada now going inside 50, but to no avail as Tua has marked it right on that 50-metre line.
He's done well in defence, Tua.
Just slipped there as he was about to kick. No harm done. So the Samoans now defending Grantley. Player dispossessed there. Canada in the show here. Right to the top of the goal square. Can the big fella take a mark?
It's on the full.
No.
It's on the full.
Umpire is signalling an infringement. No, it's over.
Yeah, it's out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full, so a Samoan free kick out from the last line of defence.
Minute 10 seconds left.
Minute goes. Samoa goes wide to the boundary line on the outer side of the ground. Can Canada come back from there? Boy, oh boy, she's tight. Canada coming into attack once again. 4 points the difference. They need a goal. Do they ever need a goal? Handball forward. Canada now coming through as Lagan has the ball, has a pot shot from about 35 out, right across the front.
Just missed.
And just the one behind. So it's 4 points the difference. We've got now about 40 seconds to go. 4 points the difference. Samoa in front.
Teneselli's done well. He's just about found a target with every kick in his head.
30 seconds to go, Steve.
All the Canadians push forward to cut off space. Teneselli goes wide. At the back. Chance now for Canada. This is Longan. Good harassment there from